Hello, I'm James Merrick, and I'm doing a Let's Play of Dot Hack Infection, and uh, my background with this game is that I played most of the games, or the original set of games whenever they released, and I probably first got hooked to it whenever I saw uh, Dot Hack signs on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim, and I kind of followed it from there. I've even played with GU and all those other fun ones, although we need Disc 3 at the moment. So, let's get going. I don't plan on speaking during any of these cinematics or any whatever. Enjoy.
Der Mann des Schattens, auf der Suche nach dem Mardrachen, ist zurückgekommen. Der Herd der Finsternis grollt. Helba, Königin der Finsternis, stellt schließlich ein Heer auf. Alparon, König des Lichts, grüßt sie, und sie treffen sich am Fuße des Regenbogens. Die verfluchte Welle muss gemeinsam bekämpft werden. Der See von Alba brodelt. Der große Baum des Lichts fällt. Alle Macht zerfällt zu Tropfen im Tempel von Arche Köln. Wesen ohne Schatten, ihre Welt zerfällt zu nichts. Der Mann des Schattens auf der Suche nach dem Abenddrachen kehrt niemals mehr zurück.
Okay, user registration is done. Now for a name. Yasuhiko's probably already there waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
And I'm just gonna go with the default character name. And despite playing 3 of the discs, I mostly don't remember most of the story because it's been how many years? I mean, Pluto's Kiss has quote-unquote already happened. I think a bunch of people celebrated that, and I ended up finding out about it a week later, so I kind of was a bit bummed out about that, but read the emails. Thanks for playing. Just so they can read all that. Hey, did you finish registering? What kind of character are you? Oh, and like I said at school, you'll regret it if you use a smart-ass name. I'm Orca in the world, so keep that in mind. Don't call me by my real name. You can be a different person when you're there, well, more like the guy you want to be. Anyway, I'll be at Root Town. Check the message boards. I think after everything I'll just end up zipping through these. So, and grabbing the words. I don't plan on doing any kind of grinding for this, or showing any grinding for this, because that'd be boring. And I'll probably only be recording any kind of keywords that are given to me either from the board or missions or whatever. So, let's get going. be periodic frame rate drops.
You made it.
Because I'm running this on an emulator since I don't have a capture card. I might have access to one, and I'll see if I can borrow it. So I'll get back to you on that later. So...
Hey, it's me, Orca, the Blade Master.
Whoa! You look so different from the real Yasuhiko. Nothing like the real you.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca, regardless of what I am in reality. I'm pretty well known here. What?
No, you look great.
Anyway, take this. Member address is a flash mail address you can only access in the world. With flash mail, you can exchange messages with others in real time, as long as you're in the world. It's mostly used by newbies. Contact other players
possibly
try it out by inviting me to join your party. First, press the triangle button to open the menu.
Don't know very much about the .hack universe. This is more than just a fake MMO. This is a player playing an MMO. So, you're watching me play a player playing an MMO that's not online. So, and I guess I'll occasionally point out all the MMO funny stuff, because as much as of an attempt at an MMO, or as far into the future of MMOs as this kind of probably wanted to feel like, it's got a bunch of just silly stuff all over the place.
In the menu, select party.
Get all of the tutorial.
Next, names of choose a player you want to invite to your party, and since you just started, you probably only have... Now, press the X button twice. Ah, got it. Join my party. It's kind of weird mailing each other when we're face to face.
Interrupt any of this character interaction, because this is probably one of the few games that actually has this kind of stuff, and it's semi-well done. If you play .hack GU, I would argue that that one is not fun at all.
My name appears under your screen. That means I'm in your party. By the way, flash mail is only available when you're in a town. Oh, and you can't contact people when they're not logged into the world.
The world. I always found this hilarious because they just quote it all the time, and they tend to put a little more
People
emphasis
who have a
on
life,
it.
you know. We're not online 24/7.
Really necessary.
In other words, you can't always count on the same members to form a party.
This was probably one of the more fun things about this game, because it actually simulated people not being online on occasion.
So, try to get as many
And that
member
has
addresses as you can.
Screwed me over more ways than I
How
can
you
count.
play is up to you. But since
if
EXP
you've
and
played
stuff
the
isn't
game,
divided among party members,
I'm gonna try not to spoil too much, but there's a character that I absolutely adored as my
you don't
spellcaster,
benefit if you go solo.
and she ended up going MIA for a surprisingly large section of the game, and I hated trying to level up some of my other I don't know what you call them, some of the other users, so that they were up to par and could take on bosses, so that I wouldn't have to be playing the
Okay.
No.
Well, why don't we head off? There's nothing... This is the Chaos Gate. Sort of transfer device that takes us from one place to another. Now, in the world, each play zone is called an area, determined by a combination of 3 keywords.
So I think I ended up taking one of the other melee classes,
new keyword,
giving them a bunch of heal and dispel abilities to cope with everything that was missing, because some of the monsters are like the Diablo 2 characters in that they can be magically immune or physically immune, and some of them have the ability to switch between the two. One boss namingly.
This is the keyword screen.
So,
at the top is the entry plate.
this was another really kind of interestingly cool thing about the game.
You put the 3 selected keywords one by one for each part. A, B, and C.
Where you want to go. Some of them will be locked off in a somewhat creative way later on after we get the story started and everything. But basically, you've got your keywords.
Left of the entry plate
And
is all the keywords you have.
There's just so many random levels and
You can
items,
collect
and
more of
each
them by reading your emails, the board, and from other players.
Your zone will end up being created. They're all, I guess, pre-generated per se, but you've just got so many variations for zones that you can go to.
Let's enter some keywords. Select. Good. Next for the last one in part C. Now you're done specifying the area. Oh, one more thing. You see the symbol on the left next to the keyword?
He's talking about the Delta symbol.
That's the server symbol. It indicates which server you are currently logged on to.
Just to get a test to see how well this would record. I totally did not understand what the heck he was
This symbol is
talking about
Delta, so we're logged on to the Delta server.
The Delta server. Which is another thing, because you don't just have the 3 parts, you also have the server, and you'll eventually get more servers whenever you...
The list on the bottom right is the area status list.
Or whenever we get to the other games. But right now we've just got access to Delta.
See the jewel next to the field type and dungeon? That indicates how the selected keyword affects the status. For example, check the field type. See the jewel on the right? This means that the field type is being determined by Aquafield, the keyword in C. We don't know what kind of field the current keyword will create until we get there. But once we learn the effect of that keyword, we can combine it with other keywords. For more details, check out the board on your own time. All right, let's get going to the Delta bursting past over Aquafield.
This was another little nuance that was frustrating whenever I was playing. Because, like how they do with the world, they will say the name very slowly and with obvious intent.
Select warp.
Sorry about that.
Before we get going, let me explain to you about during the game, enemies will attack. Yeah.
I'm just gonna zip through this.
First, rotate the camera. Push either the L1 button or the R1 button to move the camera.
Ooh, look at that camera move.
Good. You can zoom the camera in or out by using the right analog stick. Try it. Finally, you reset the camera by pushing... There you...
The camera was also a really important part of, at least with my experience, because you can...
When you want to return to the town, press the triangle button and select Get Out from the menu.
You don't have the enemy on in your camera view. You can't use the ability on that.
Grassland, wilderness, and jungle are some of the field types. You can set them with keywords. The the elements also affect the type of monsters that will appear and the item. Don't worry about it now. As you get used to it, combine words to get different elements. Now, let's get going on our quest. First, check. You see the red down arrow on it? Basically, the goal is to... But enemies are often tougher down there. So gain some levels above ground before you head below. Okay, wait.
Fairy orbs. I love them. They're amazing.
By using the fairy's orb, hidden data on the yellow area... Alright. Try using a basic attack to defeat...
Later on, you have to get just a buttload of ability and equipment.
Press the triangle button to open the menu and select skills.
Becoming just filler. Whenever they got to the GU.
Okay then. Choose Rep from the list.
When
the target cursor appears, select the target and press the X button to execute.
Inability to, or your ability to.
That's it. Pretty easy, huh?
How do you say? Make it work. With using
target a party member for recovery or remedy skills.
Just spamming skills until
if we're using a skill, adjust the camera so that your target comes into view.
Which is what they use as mana.
Well, it's your turn. Okay then. Press the square button. Next, go ahead and choose First Aid from the menu.
This was another thing that you end up spamming.
Well, it's good to be the boss, isn't it? If you... That's it.
Chest. To the dungeon.
Now we can start exploring. One,
I think I'll
gate out
this
and return to the town.
on,
The Sprite Ocarina will warp you to the surface.
And this was another.
This one's normal. Hit the X button to open it. This...
Curse chests. If you open
See?
them,
Now it's safe to
it is
open.
a fortune
Press the
wire
X button.
and a debuff, which was always kind of a bummer. But if you ever needed more fortune wires, just open one right up and dispel it right off the bat. And here's where the story actually starts picking up. So I'm gonna shut up.
What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but... something like that on this level?
Let's see where they came from. Because I don't know. Let's investigate to see what happened. And the cameras. Backwards. Oh, jeez, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Better watch out. We're trapped in here. In the dungeon, there are rooms with... The only way to get out of a trap like this is... All right, let's charge to that magic portal.
Operation Wonder Battle. Oh, they got everything in this game. You'll get lucky and get a chest instead of stairs, which is always nice.
This is the room with... There's only one of them at the dungeon's deepest level. And you... That's enough adventure for now. Let's grab the treasure and get back to town, shall we? If we had a Sprite Oak Arena, we could warp out of here. So we gotta...
Sprite Oak Arenas load up on these things. Because you always would rather not have to run back through the entire dungeon.
Or... was the rumor true?
Take this.
Huh?
Please take this. There's no time. Please.
What's this?
A great force. The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
You're...
It's coming.
The first and probably, in my opinion, the hardest boss in this game. Because you're so low level. It beats the shit out of you.
Run! It'll kill you! What the hell? What is this? Something wrong? Nothing works! Wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here!
just in the nick of time. The system is down.
What was wrong with Yasuhiko? Why was he upset? I wanted to ask him, but he wouldn't even pick up the phone. And then, the next day, I found out that Yasuhiko had been hospitalized. I rushed to the hospital, but they wouldn't even let me see him. But I guess it's better this way. I didn't want to see him all week, and he wouldn't want that either. But what the hell happened to him? I have a feeling that the key to it is somewhere in the world.
And I guess I don't remember whenever you get the bracelet when you do. So I'm going to end this here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Leave your comments in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to continue watching this. As I said, I tried re-recording this the opening as many times as possible. I'll be recording this every weekday, Monday through Friday. I'll be taking breaks on the weekend. This is mostly because I can get an empty house and I don't have to worry about yelling and loud music and television. And I would also have access to a computer that's powerful enough to do this. So, I'll see you guys next time.